So the next thing I wanted to talk about is this big trend that I'm seeing all over the internet in the drama world. So this is more for like maybe a younger audience, 20s or so, not necessarily that 40s, 50s type audience, but the generation that's on the internet. And I'm seeing this a lot on the streaming side. So like the Twitch streaming, Kick streaming, everything is like, how we used to have like drama influencers and things like that would try and like stir up drama news and all this type of stuff, like Perez Hilton and things. Do you remember them or anything like that?
Nope. Can't say
You probably weren't really on the internet much. Megan like really was sheltered a lot. Like she just now got into social media like 4 years ago. Like I feel like just 4 years ago since I did TikTok, you really started getting into social media or at least being on it.
No, I mean, I've always been the person to just scroll. Like, I've never really
There
been
was
the person
nothing to
to
scroll
post.
back then.
I mean, IG's been around since 2013.
Yeah, but you could only, like, for IG, you would only see who you followed at that time. You didn't get, like, recommended random people. But regardless, so, like, there used to be, like, just these people who would just talk about drama.
Okay.
And so now the big thing that I'm noticing and what I'm seeing take over the internet is now people are just trying to literally, like, street fight each other. Like they're literally
what's the purpose of this? Or can you get to the story so
there's like gangs,
it?
there's like people that are different big streamers and now they're creating like people around them and now they're like trying to physically create altercations where you go find, like it's called IRL streaming or in real life streaming. So you stream on Twitch in real life and show where you're at, you're eating, you're hanging out, you're with your friends. And now like other streamer groups will go and find them in real life and like jump them. Like fight them.
That's very aggressive.
And stuff. And so the most recent one that everybody's freaking out about right now is this guy named Zerka. I mean, all these guys, but this is what it looks like for these in real life fights. And so like literally they'll be on stream. So these are the chat talking and everything. And then like this guy was just like eating with his wife or like his girlfriend. And he's like, I'm just going to fight you, dude. And so like, they'll literally just like go up and just start fighting people. Isn't that crazy? And this is probably like the 5th one I've seen this week of like different people doing that. We don't have to go too crazy, but it's like, I mean, it is what it is. It's just like a regular fight. And so what it's like, it's kind of sad because like, I know the younger audience sees all this and they get definitely, influenced by it. Like we saw stuff, but like now I feel like there's so much like trash on the internet that's just like fed to people all the time.
Yeah.
And like trash, what was trash to us back then? Like Jersey Shore, The Real World was kind of bad. I guess we did have like The Real World and stuff.
We had TV versions of it.
That's
now,
true.
Yeah, we had TV versions of it, whereas now it's like it's on socials. But no, what kids are on TV? I don't feel like kids are on TV. Kids are on social.
So it's not trash TV anymore, like Real World or things like that. It's just trash live streaming.
Yeah, that too.
Dang, that's crazy. I didn't even make that correlation.
I mean, some people still say like the Bravo shows are like it's trash TV.
It is, but the similar
like
stuff, it's like fights or pulling hair and crazy drama and all that.
What I guess Jersey Shore or The Real World.
Yeah,
that's all.
They had fights and stuff in it too.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. You know what? I wonder, like, because I've always thought like YouTube started out as like regular TV, and now I feel like it's getting more and more into like cable television type stuff. Like there's people doing big budget stuff.
Yeah.
Like Michelle Carr does a bunch of like things where she does like almost not dirty jobs, but similar format where she goes and does other people's jobs and does a day in the life of.
Yeah.
And then like you always have Mr. Beast going and doing all these crazy things. And so maybe like this is the new version of trash TV.
Yeah.
It's just like.
But still, it's so weird. Like at least like The Real World and stuff like that. Like they had reasons to fight in a sense. Like maybe they actually really didn't get along.
Well, they have reasons. They like make up the reasons why. It's like you talked to his girl and he disliked him.
I was going to say to randomly just to go up and jump someone without any kind of
no.
Like,
they know each other. Like it's crazy though. Like because big celebrities, even like Drake and stuff, like he was like texting like saying that the guy who got. The guy who was getting jumped, the guy who was there with his girlfriend, like he was like, "Oh, I back him now. He's cool. He stands on his.
Oh my gosh.
He stands on his business." That's what
Drake. You got other things to do.
Yeah, I was like, dang, Drake's watching this trash TV stuff. So it's like all over the internet. It's what people are sharing all the time, and so when you share something, more people are going to do it. And so unfortunately, what I think it presents though is like because it's not like when we saw it on TV. it felt fake to us. Like it felt like it was a show, you know?
Yeah.
But now in these live streaming things, like other people are jumping these IRL streamers to try and get clout so that they can become famous now too and be part of the
that's
thing.
crazy.
I know it's not a good recipe because like we have, I mean, there's been a lot of weird, crazy stuff that's happened on that stuff, but I just want to bring that up because I felt like it's all over and I have seen it. And instead of talking about 15 different versions of the same thing, I just figured I'd bring on the most recent one and be like, I'm seeing this. So
Yeah.
I think that's crazy, but you made a really good point about the real world stuff. Like I didn't even think about that because that's so, I mean, honestly, that was probably worse. Real world got pretty crazy there for a while.
Yeah, it did. But it was so
Imagine
good.
we saw that when we were like 12 years old watching Real World.
Honestly, my mom wouldn't let me. Wasn't allowed to watch MTV.
Yeah, my mom didn't let me watch a lot of that stuff.
So I could only watch it whenever I was at other people's houses.
That's why my wife's so sweet. She really is sweet. I'm glad she was sheltered though. I get to teach her a lot every week.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
There was something I taught you last week that you didn't. Whatever. We'll figure it out. I think it was on the podcast. You didn't know what it was.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember.
I feel like you teach me so many things.
All right. So the final story of the week is People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive finally came out.
Isn't it Travis's brother?
No.
He's on. Yes.
He may have gotten one. There is multiple nominations, but there's like there's like we're going to talk about two here, but the main head sexiest guy alive. Who do you think it was?
Oh, I have no idea.
It was.
Do I know this person?
Patrick Dempsey.
Oh.
He finally came out. So I guess people were like, he finally claims his throne.
He's been
like
known as
runner-up.
McDreamy for over 20 years.
I know. Just sad that he gets it now. Like he could have gotten it way back then.
You think this is his first time getting it?
Yeah, that's what it said. They were
really?
like people have been asking for him for years, and he finally gets it.
I think men though, as they get older, they age way better than women. That little salt and pepper
true.
hair, he's pretty dreamy.
I mean, he's a good looking dude for sure. I hope I look as good as that when I get older. Maybe put some
You won't have the hair. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. As you get older, one thing happens as a guy, and you start losing hairs. Poor old Bentus, he's getting a little thin up top. It's starting to happen. That's what mid-30s does to you with a lot of stress and dealing with you guys all the dang time.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You guys aren't bad. It's more like my other 1,000 businesses we're running that's killing me slowly. But that wasn't even the big part of the People's Sexiest Alive debate.
Okay.
It actually sparked a huge debate because of who was the most sexiest alive for the music stars. So who do you think the most sexiest male music star was?
Can I get a genre?
Music.
Country?
No. Just music in general. I'll just tell you.
I don't know.
So it sparked a huge debate because they claimed that the world's sexiest man in the music was actually Harry Styles. And so this was the picture they used of him. And this is what he wears on a constant basis. He's been seen for wearing this multiple times.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised.
For the audio listeners here, it's basically, Harry Styles wearing a dress and looking very unsexy to a lot of people.
It's not my cup of tea.
And so basically everybody in the comments is like basically like, this is some BS. Like, this is not like, is this what's come to today, that this is what's sexy? And so a lot of people are like, obviously, they're just trying to do their PR or whatever. And they're not really accurately saying who's the sexiest man. Like, I don't even know any singers right now, to be honest. But like back in our day, who would have been like the sexiest singer alive? Probably like Justin Timberlake or something back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Oh, Tim McGraw was really hot.
Tim McGraw. Yeah. Tim McGraw. Like that's like what we would have considered sexy. I don't think I would consider this. I mean, I like Harry Styles. He's a cool dude.
I don't think I can.
He's got some swag. I don't see
I feel like he had so many other outfits he could have chose from that would have maybe upped the sexy appeal.
It's a weird world out there, but I do think it's starting to go back the other way. So I think maybe, I don't know, maybe less dresses in the future, but you know what, to each their own. Maybe that's his swag. Maybe girls are into that these days. I don't know. I'm too far gone.
I don't know.
I've been out of the market for a while now, almost a decade now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because we got together in 2014.
That's true. She bagged me early, before the fame, before the Bentist. You knew me BB before Bentist. I got lucky though. I bagged a good one here. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not gonna let go of her either. She's mine forever. Sorry. Sorry, guys.